It's never going to get printed out if there's a script. They're not going to print it. Like, it's not like they give it out to everyone to read.
There was
like,
an office memo.
Just
go do it, goddammit!
Just making up accents at this point.
Do it!
You heard him. Please.
You know what's better than, you know what's honestly the best thing? Pissing drunk outside.
Nothing better. Just staring up into the stars. You're like, like I'm having a great night. Like, this is fun time.
Sometimes I prefer to pee outside than I do a bathroom.
Oh.
You think aliens are real?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back after a annoyingly long hiatus for known reasons.
Yeah, life gets busy.
Out of our control. Welcome back, though, to the Pro and Podcast. Just a couple amateur athletes talking pro sports. I'm Scam Cohen.
I am RJ Tamillo.
And yeah, so like I was just saying, we've been backed up a little bit.
For sure. We had some vacations, some weather delays.
Yeah.
Lots of sports still continue to happen in that time, so obviously we got a lot to talk about. But
yeah.
Let's start off with just letting the people know what was going on. Where were we at? What were we doing? What were we up to?
So my parents are divorced, and they have a great idea every year to do vacation back-to-back weeks.
Nice.
So for 2 weeks straight, I'm usually out of commission in the summer at some point. This time, it took a turn for the worst.
Yep. Shout out to Hurricane Debbie.
Yeah, so we went on a cruise. Cruise was great. That was fine. All fun and dandy.
Yep.
Almost a family brawl, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm excited to hear this story.
We get back on Sunday, get off the ship. We're in Orlando, Florida. As you guys know, Debbie, that dumb slut, she was rolling around there, making her mark.
Oh, yeah.
So our flight got canceled on Sunday. Understandable. Probably can't go out in the middle of a hurricane. So we're like, all right. Went to my grandfather's. He runs a resort right by Disney. Went there, stayed there for a little bit.
That's
yeah,
good.
that. Thank God. If we didn't, if we were in a hotel room,
yeah, that would have been.
But he set us up with a nice little suite, so we were chilling.
Cool.
And then we wake up Monday morning and find out we can't leave until Thursday. So we were fucking stuck there. And I didn't have the laptop. All I had was my phone.
Yep.
Nothing, dude. It was bad. It was annoying. People were like, "Why don't you, just enjoy like Florida?" Like it's.
How are you supposed to enjoy Florida during a hurricane when you're just inside? Like
it's hard.
Yeah. Like
it's hard when there's Tropical Storm Debbie rolling around and the airport's closed. I didn't even want to be there.
Yeah. you say you were just kicking it inside, just playing cards and whatnot.
Playing cards, just chilling, watching.
It's a good way to pass the
Olympics.
time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Olympics, we can get into a little bit of that.
Oh yeah, USA.
Yeah. So I got some good numbers here. USA, 126 overall medals. That is the number one in the world because we are simply the best, if you didn't already know. Number two, we had China with 91. We had 126. And then Great Britain had 65. So we
really took
a commanding lead there.
Gotta love that. I watched a lot of the track. That was so much fun to watch. Track's fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, everything about the Olympics is cool to me. I watch whenever I can, but I wasn't like super locked into everything. But whenever it was on, I was, rooting hard for the USA, baby.
It's awesome. Dude, it's fun to do that.
Yeah,
because
it's something like, I'm not going to watch track and field on a regular day, but like I'm watching this track and field thing screaming for my country because I'm hype.
It's the best of the best, too. These people are world-class athletes. Like, watching them run like the 100 meters is incredible to watch.
So Noah Lyles, he's
at his way with the media.
Yeah, I was going to say he's been all over the media saying all kinds of shit.
Something about him. I forget who
Tyreek
it was.
Hill? Is that who you're thinking?
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up. He said that he could beat him in a race.
Not only that, I forget the others. Like, I saw that, and then I saw what he was really saying. Like, I don't know. He was, like, coming at him about something.
Tyreek Hill or Noah Lyles? Yeah, I don't know.
Tyreek was like, you talk about how, like, I don't know. He's coming at them saying that about world champs. I understand what Noah Lyles said. Like, I understand what he's saying in the technical sense.
Definitely got taken out of context a bit.
But if we're talking about the best leagues in the world, it's like, I bet if the Celtics played whatever the next best league is, if they played that team and won a series, would they then be world champions because they're the best team technically in the world at basketball?
Right. It's just because you're only playing a certain competition, like you're playing one league, it doesn't mean you're still not capable of beating other
and it's the best league in the world.
Exactly. If you're the best team in the best league, like I consider that being a world champion.
That's legitimately what the Champions League is.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
In soccer.
Exactly.
They take a collection of the best teams from the best leagues,
and they make
whoever
them all
wins
compete.
is the world champion.
The world champs, yeah.
But none of those teams are all in the same league, so
right. And I guess to his point of saying like you're not world champions. You're only winning that league or whatever. Like, put the best team from Serbia against the Celtics. They're going to get mopped. Against the Hornets, and they're probably going to get mopped.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a difference in skill level. And
Definitely.
if this one skill is higher than this other league's skill, just because it's not called the National World Basketball
it's
Association.
all just how it's labeled.
Like, they're world champs. Let's be real.
No, I agree with that. I agree.
But good for Noah Lyles because you brought him a gold for USA.
First and foremost,
At the same time, way to go, buddy.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
Stay in your lane, as runners would say.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
I like that. Well said.
Another fun competition I watched was the long jump, the high jump.
Oh yeah.
Dude, those guys get up.
Did we bring home gold in that?
I stopped watching after the one round. I watched the Italian dude who's in the celebrity game every year.
Oh yeah.
He had like a kidney emergency.
Oh shit.
Like the night before, so he was in the emergency room and just come here and just start long jumping. But
That's pretty wild.
He didn't get it. And then the pole vault was sick.
That's always fun to watch. Because that shit, when I watch things that, like, I see it and I'm like, that looks, like, you can very easily hurt yourself. Like, I appreciate it because I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, one wrong move and you're fucking falling 25 feet onto your neck.
See the Turkish dude, the shooter?
Yeah, that was sick. that was ice cold, honestly.
Everybody's wearing, like, I don't even know. What did all those people, what was all that?
I don't know, but he just pulled up, just fucking whatever he had. He just fucking.
It's supposed to be best aim with your eyeball. Not
for real.
Not as half a robot.
Yeah,
those people look like half robots.
Seriously. That dude just pulled up with what he had on and just did what he had to do.
He was wearing glasses, too.
Yeah, he's just fucking
like
ready.
regular bifocals.
That's a shooter.
Straight shooter. I think he won a medal, too. I think he won bronze.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Bronze or silver or something like that.
Obviously, basketball. We'll get into that. I didn't get to watch the gold medal game. I was at a music festival, so I was
gold medal game
out of commission as well.
Was Steph Curry just being Steph Curry?
That's what I heard. I watched some highlights afterward, but I was kind of keeping up with it while I was there when I did have service. So I was seeing that Steph was going off at the end of the game, and I saw the play where Durant gives him the ball in double coverage instead of giving it to LeBron wide open, and honestly love it. Don't even care.
When Steph's that good and he's not missing, nobody else should be touching the basketball.
I'm giving Steph Curry a contested shot over giving LeBron a catch and shoot wide open three all day long.
Over Wemby.
Yeah.
And made it.
Yeah. Also, let me tip the cap to Wemby.
Wemby,
in the semifinal before that, fucking 41-point quadruple double.
Dude, he had 26 against USA.
Yeah, like that dude is gonna be.
He's gonna be scary.
A scary, scary player.
What he said was scary too.
What he say?
He said like, he's like, I feel bad for like the opposition.
Because he's just
world end league.
Yeah,
he's on a mission. You
don't want to hear that from a guy who's 7 foot with or 7'4" with a fucking jumper and a handle. Like, never seen anything like it. He's just Kevin Durant, but 4 inches taller.
It's incredible. I don't know. It's
wild.
Hats off to Wemby. Hats off to France, dude. They played well. Hats on to past Celtic Yabusele.
Oh yeah.
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 The dude played nuts.
Uh-huh.
He played insane. Dunked on Braun.
Did he?
Yeah.
In the gold medal game?
Yeah, he dunked on Braun.
Damn.
There's a poster of Braun. He's like this.
Damn. That's some shit.
Dunked on him, bro. He had a heck of a game.
It is, I guess we'll do while we're tipping caps, got to tip the cap to LeBron, Steph,
The
KD,
Avengers, I'm calling them now.
Yeah, the guys that are probably not going to be there in 2028.
That was a sick quote. He said, Braun, what do you call this team? He just goes, the Avengers. Walks away. It was sick. It was sick. It was great.
Cold.
It was great.
Cold.
That was awesome.
True.
I would call it. That's a valid name for him.
Yeah, you just got all the best guys. You threw them all together. You needed to win. You needed to fucking take out Thanos.
There's no more EAM teams left.
No.
I don't know another word with EAM. You got Dream,
Redeem, and the Scheme Team.
Scheme Team, maybe.
Already invented that though.
Teen Team.
Yeah. Scream Team.
Scream Team, maybe.
Cream Team.
Cream Team.
All white guys. Maybe they get all white guys and call them the Cream Team.
The Creatine.
That'd be pretty funny if the USA tried to put together a whole white lineup one year. They'd get smoked.
Screw it.
Probably get smoked. Alex Caruso would be a hell of a piece.
They'd fight,
yeah.
If we had, like, we can't have Luka.
I don't think we'd be able to, I don't know, like.
I'm just thinking NBA.
Once we get to Wemby.
What do we have? Dante DiVincenzo?
Which white guy in the NBA is guarding Wemby? Can't have Hartenstein.
We'll have Steven Adams revert to American.
We could
even
do
though
that.
he probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I feel like he's one that's very prideful of his country.
Yeah. What's his country? Do you know?
Australia? No, not Australia. New Zealand?
I
want to say New
Zealand.
Right.
That sounds right.
I don't know. They may not even have a basketball team.
Yeah. Like, we might have a lot of guards.
Wait, so were people pissed at Embiid because he could have played for France?
People were pissed at Embiid because he could have played for Cameroon, I think. And
Were they in it?
I don't.
Could Embiid have played for France?
I think he could.
They were booing
I mean,
him
technically.
heavy.
Yeah, because was he from France at some point? Or he was born in Cameroon, I believe. Because he had a quote that said next year he might play for Cameroon. He said it could be for the U.S., it could be for Cameroon. Which would be wild.
Oh, so it was rumored that there was an agreement that if he played with France, they would give him citizenship.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
But he said it's not true, but that's why everybody was booing him.
Gotcha. In the gold medal game.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he, I guess, should have been on their team.
Yeah. I saw he hit the
He had a really big stretch of a lot of big points at the end of that game where he was just taking Gobert one-on-one and just having his way.
What you got to do.
Yeah. He was doing that pull
like
up
that.
right from the free throw line, pull up right 15. He's money from there. I'll give it to
He
him.
is. It's almost impossible to guard that because when you're 7'2" or whatever he is, and you have a handle like that, and you're that big and strong, where your body is like boxing out the defender on its own just from being huge, like you can't defend it.
No, it's
hard.
like
a layup.
The problem is he's just so fucking slow.
Yeah. So it's almost like
wait,
you can kind of know what he's about to do.
Yeah, and you can't wait for him at sometimes.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me Tyrese Maxey is not going to have to wait. As fast and strong as Tyrese Maxey is. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Dude, he got
shredded.
big.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem this year.
As fast and as strong as he's going to be pissed when he's got to wait for Embiid to get down the court.
If Embiid comes into the season
PG.
fully in shape and PG comes into the season fully healthy, the Sixers will have a good squad.
Yeah, they'll have a good squad.
For sure, we'll have a good squad. I'm not gonna. They have Reggie Jackson too. It's a great piece.
Yeah,
Andre Drummond.
all their role players. That
Morey went out and made moves. I'll give it to him.
The right moves. They've been like trying to make these moves for years. I feel like, and haven't been able to put the right pieces around Embiid.
And they finally got rid of that Tobias Harris.
That was just weighing them down. I feel like
so
for
much
years.
every year after year.
Because like you can't really have any flexibility with your roster when you're paying a guy max contract money to play like a role player.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
Definitely not.
He's getting to the good stuff though.
He's back in Detroit.
He is back in who?
Tobias. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I believe so.
Good for him.
Back in Detroit.
Get back there.
Yeah,
you're losing ways.
Go score.
Yeah,
score some points. You know?
And then get signed to a ridiculous contract somewhere else.
Go get your confidence back and go sign with the Hornets.
Let's get down to the root of things though.
Yeah,
it's August 14th.
It is. Baseball season is
approaching the end.
Yeah, it's been flying by. Honestly, it's been a good year though. Metsies are still fighting. Time we talked,
some fucking house, some way.
Last time we talked, we were like, "Are the Metsies gonna make the playoffs? Are they gonna, make some moves at the deadline to try to like make the playoffs here?" And they did.
Part of me wants to do like a compilation of my mood about the Mets.
About the Mets
from
the whole year
to now.
Because if you watch the first episode of baseball season, it was 2 days after the first game started. You were like, "The Mets are the worst team in baseball. I'm not gonna watch a single game. This team is fucking terrible," and they were. For the first, 40 games. Like, they were really, really bad.
It was so bad.
And then all of a sudden, they just fucking Grimace pulled up.
Grimace pulled up out of nowhere,
and then the Grimace Mets were like, yo, what's good? Here they are. And now they're 2 games out of a wild card spot, 2 games behind the Braves.
It's crazy.
Absolutely
It's crazy to me. They made some good moves at the deadline to just, kind of keep their bullpen afloat.
They acquired bullpen pieces that were coveted by other contenders, which is always a good thing.
So I'm happy about that. Speaking of acquiring, though, we were just talking about it. Eloy Jimenez has been a happy clam.
Yeah.
And be more.
I was like, when I saw that move, when they got him, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, for what? Like, we don't need an old, it's not old, but, we don't need an injured outfielder who's not really an outfielder.
Anything else with him?
I think we just basically took on some of his contract and then, gave away, a random prospect that didn't really mean much.
So they just were dumping him for money.
Pretty much it was a contract dump for the
not bad for
White
you guys
Sox,
then, just to pick somebody up.
Yeah, because we have one of the lowest payrolls in the league still.
Not give up a lot.
And we got owners that don't give a fuck about spending money now.
In case a guy gets hurt.
Yeah, so I like it. He's had multiple 2-3 hit games since he's been here. He looks happy. He's he's doing the celebrations with all the young guys when he gets a double. So
he's finally a part of some winning baseball.
Yeah, I feel
think about
definitely
that.
happy for him.
He hasn't been a part of one winning season since he's been in the major leagues.
Since we've started this podcast, we've talked about how fucking shitty the White Sox are.
Besides the 1 year where they played the Yanks in that year.
In
where,
the Field of Dreams?
Yeah, that year they were good, but other than that.
I think Jose Ramirez is pretty responsible for the death of the White Sox because he basically just punched the life out of Tim Anderson to where he had no talent, got cut, signed with the Marlins, and now he's just, I think he's a free agent.
Yeah, I don't think he's on a team.
And Jose Ramirez is now playing on the Guardians still, that are one of the best teams in baseball, and the White Sox are just the worst. So Tim Anderson got fucking rocked.
You might be right there.
Like
Jose
from
Ramirez
that point on, it
might
was
have
kind
knocked
of nothing.
everything out of
Knocked
the
the
White
life
Sox.
out of that organization.
Not just Tim.
Because Tim Anderson was the face, kind
was.
of. Like
No,
he was,
you're right.
he was their guy. He was
Uh-huh.
batting 340, like winning batting titles,
He
and
was
then all of a
balling.
sudden he got his fucking lights rung.
Oh man,
Bell rung.
once that happened, everything went downhill for Timmy.
Oh yeah. Let's see what else we got here. So obviously, the AL East is a dogfight. Has been this whole year. Yankees and O's have been within like a game or a half game of each other for weeks. I think
They've been fucking flipping, flopping.
Yeah, they both had stretches where they couldn't win shit. Like the O's
Together.
were losing, but like the Yankees were also losing at the same time, and then we both started winning again at the same time. So
Yeah, it was a fucking smorgasbord of
yeah,
randomness.
it's gonna come down to September for sure, and we have a series in New York last week of September, I believe, which is gonna
Should go to
be.
that.
I'd be down. I would be. It's gonna have major playoff implications for sure, because I feel like it's gonna
Jeffy
be for
aboard.
the division. Yeah,
Get West for some backup.
definitely need Wes there. For sure. Shout out to Wes.
Maybe I text
My
my
guy.
buddy from my old job. See if
That
he wants
that
to
would be
pull up.
dope. Yeah,
Christopher.
that would be a good time. Absolutely. I haven't been to a.
Mets play the O's too late.
Oh yeah, we were looking into those tickets. We should have got those fucking front row for $90.
Yeah,
$90, you could have sat front row right next to the first base dugout if we bought those tickets.
The problem was I didn't want to fucking watch the Mets.
yeah.
That was the problem.
But now
Now I want to
you
watch
never
the
know.
Mets.
That could have playoff implications too.
That could, dude. That'd be. Oh man, if they make. The
I'd
playoffs,
really love to see the Mets make the playoffs.
too.
I would love to see
as
it.
a
That'd be cool.
non-division winner.
Yeah, because it's better honestly to get in. We were saying before, as a team that's just playing well at the end of September, you're
getting
not
hot.
expected to make a playoff run, but you get in and you have a chance at one. That's literally what baseball is all
That's all
about.
you want at the end of when you get into the playoffs. All you want's a chance.
Yeah, and that's how the Phillies run started.
And there's something about me in the wild card game series where I think it gives teams an advantage. It
I
might just be me,
1000%.
some stupid thing in my head, but I swear I think it gives teams.
No,
an
I
advantage.
agree because
in baseball specifically.
if you think about it, like yeah, you need breaks and you need to rest and things, but like
need hot
in
streaks.
baseball, yeah, you need to ride like what's working for you. And if you have hot hitters and you got guys that are on their 5-day rotation pitching, like if you make that give them a 10-day break, like their psyche's a little off, their like rituals are different.
I
like,
think it has I understand the
Everything's
tired
different.
part, but I also think momentum's
Yeah.
momentum takes over exhaustion any
Right.
day of the week.
you almost think that like professional athletes are just they'd rather push and keep playing now and get it all out of the way while they're hot rather than trying to take breaks in the middle of it towards the
It's
end.
tough when you just stop, like a complete stop. Like I didn't like that even when the Celtics had so much time.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about
Sitting
that.
off.
before
I didn't
that.
like that at all. I was
Had a
like,
ton
I
of
want
time.
them to continue playing I want them to be in this mode until the very end, which
Right.
they were. I'll give it to them. But that's
Yeah,
that's what makes a championship team, though.
Yeah.
And that's how you win. That's how you win in every league. Doesn't
Absolutely.
matter. So,
Yeah, they showed up in that first game one. That's when Porzingis went crazy, right?
Oh yeah,
When he just like had 20 points in the first half or some shit on like 6 shots.
it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that was
now-
dope.
and then like you can translate that into baseball into the Phillies the last 2 years.
Right.
They're fucking shitting on teams in the wild card first and second round.
Yep.
And then they got the hump to get over, but
Yep. It's almost like I would have rather the Orioles playing for the wild card last year rather than
some, like especially a team like that.
yeah, a
that
young
needs
team that
playoff
was-
experience.
Exactly. Like
If you guys got knocked out in the wild card series, it wouldn't be as big a deal
it's
as.
because we were the best team in the league getting swept in the first round.
Meanwhile,
So it's
it was
like
really you guys were just not that you are a good team. It's just you don't have that
experience yet.
extra month of baseball that everybody else usually plays.
Right.
And
They
you
don't,
guys
they don't
are
know
like, "Wait,
how their
I'm
body
usually
reacts.
on
Like,
vacation
I'm
right
home
now."
after this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm
Again.
expected to still hit 300. Shit.
At an elite
level versus the best pitchers.
in situations that you can say you've been in, but you've never,
never
been
been
in
in.
that scale. Like you can
Right.
say you've been in a
College World
close
Series.
college
or-
World Series game where every hit matters, but it ain't.
That don't
that.
compare to the first round of the MLB playoffs.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Nope.
If you think it does, you're crazy.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. Should be cool though. It's gonna be it's
Well,
just
it's gonna be
nice
fun this
that
year.
that like I can every baseball season, I'm going into it now knowing that like this team is going to be in the playoffs.
You're playing for something.
Playing for something every single year.
Because
that's all I can
years
ask for.
Before, you guys were
I've waited years for this.
Nothing.
Yeah. And it's crazy too, because like all these prospects that like I've been talking about for years now are all.
You look like a genius.
Yeah, I do. Literally every single like I've been talking about Heston Kjerstad and Kobe Mayo and Jackson Holiday and
even before that,
Gunner and Adley before that. Yeah,
and
before anyone knew who they were.
All those guys.
Yeah, like I told you to bet on
Grayson
Gunner Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Like you honestly you hadn't been wrong.
We hit on all of them. Yeah, like they're all good.
And props to your front office because they're
the
unbelievable
best,
at their
best
job.
of the best. And like even like the moves like Eloy Jimenez, like that's like
random.
It seems like a random like no name, not a big addition, but like we've already found something in this guy that's the White Sox couldn't tap into because about the guys that we have in our front office that see these things in certain players because of the analytics and all the things that they look at.
And now in the playoffs, you know how interchangeable that could be now.
Right, like we have a lot more options with righty.
You got a lefty throwing, exactly.
Yeah, like
exactly. You got a lefty throwing, play Eloy. You got a righty throwing, play Colton.
And we're not in Camden Yards. We're on the road. The left field is shorter. Eloy's in.
I mean, I don't think it matters for him in your stadium.
I agree. He's got power where if he's getting a hold of it, it's gonna.
Well, you're right. You're right though. You got to play to your strengths, and
definitely
the more guys you have to work with that, the easier it is to plug those guys in, and then the easier it is for those guys to play.
Exactly.
If you got to make Eloy face 4 righties before he faces a lefty, he's probably going to be exhausted by the time he gets to that lefty.
And then you get into that middle of that lineup there, and they bring in a righty. You sub in a Heston Kjerstad or a Kowser or a Mullins or whoever the fuck. You got lefties everywhere. You got righties everywhere. So I like the balance that we have on the team. It's just the pitching. It's tough when they have Grayson Rodriguez is now out until September at some point. Kramer was out for a while, but he's back and he's not really pitching well. Fucking Tyler Wells, obviously.
Have you guys
John.
had any starter that has been playing the whole time?
Corbin Burns.
That's it?
That's it.
Gotta love that.
Only one. Yeah, that's the ace. I gotta love that. Grayson's played up this entire year up until this point. He has a lat strain, but he'll be okay. Jordan Westberg's on the IL till fucking September with a broken wrist. Kjerstad's got a concussion. He's rehabbing in single A. We got fucking Batista still with the fucking Tommy John. Means Tommy John. Wells Tommy John. Danny Kalum is out until September. Like, literally the entire bullpen. Jacob Webb, another bullpen piece, out until September. Like, all these guys.
You guys get rid of Yennier?
Still have Yennier. He's been pitching great.
All right.
Yeah. Craig Kimbrell has been a fucking sketch piece, so he's out of the closer role.
Has he been a sketch piece?
Yeah, he's out of the closer role. We got Sir Anthony Dominguez has actually stepped into that.
Great pickup for you guys.
Great pickup.
I love that.
I loved moving Austin Hayes too because like I liked Austin Hayes, but Eloy is we're replacing defense with a bat. We have too much defense. We have other guys that can play left field.
You got quick guys.
We needed a right-handed bat that isn't Austin Hayes because he was hitting the ball to the wall. That's it. He can't get it over that wall. He would have had 15 more homers if he played in Philly all year. Like actually, statistically, they said that, which is crazy. Like he was popping up so much to left. So certain right-handed batters just don't do well in Camden Yards, and that's okay. It's made Mountcastle. It's made Mountcastle a better hitter though.
Because he goes oppo a lot.
Yeah, he definitely uses more of the field. He only has like I think 11 home runs this year or something, which is like way low for him. But like he's batting like 272, like brought the average up. Hitting the ball well.
OBP's good.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Also love Ryan O'Hearn. The two of them.
That's a good tandem.
Platooning is amazing, yes, and sometimes
they came out of nowhere.
Play. Yeah, dude, like we literally just gave the Royals some cash for him. He wasn't even going to make the team. Barely made our spring training team, and the opening day roster. But then we had an injury happen, and then he just fucking has been here since last year. He's been like a 280 hitter.
Yeah, he can fucking hit the ball.
Great guy, love it. What else we got here? Let's see.
We got fantasy football coming up.
Yeah, that's true. Beetle Ball League is
football
back.
In general, but yeah, Beetle Ball League is back.
We're excited for that. I think we might do a little episode regarding that league there. I
think we should make it more interactive.
Yeah? Like the league itself, or you mean like the
league itself? I think we should get guys in the league on
the pod?
Yeah.
I'm with that. Yeah, and then like we can do like whoever scores the most points or something that week comes on, talks about the roster. Talks about their moves.
Talk some
decisions,
shit.
Talk some shit. Yeah, I'm with that.
Maybe we have.
Could be fun. We need to do
Maybe
something
we have like a standoff type of thing before you play.
where like we like have
Sit
the
two
two
people
mics,
right
sit
here.
them down, and talk about what's gonna go down.
Just them two.
I like that.
Pure team v
That could work.
team.
That could work. I think the people would like that.
It's gonna be fun though. You know, football season's fastly approaching.
Yeah,
And,
we're adding 2 to the league this year. We did it last year. Was more like for shits and gigs. We're like, yeah, fuck it, let's throw a league together. We did an 8-man league, which is very low. I've never done an 8-man league. It was very easy to put up a lot of points, but it was fun because everybody was putting up numbers. But with 10-man, I think it'll be.
Now we're getting
You got to make more decisions.
using your brain.
Yeah, because before it was like I have Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and Devontae Adams. So those are my 3 receivers.
If one of them
and
doesn't
I'm not
play
taking
bad,
them out.
if one of them doesn't play bad, the other 2 will pick them up.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not going to take out one of those 3 guys
Put in fucking
for a wide receiver 2 that's on my bench. But
Gabe
that guy,
Davis.
but that guy puts up 35,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's-
well, nothing I can do.
It's the roughness about the 8-man, but 10-man now.
10 will
So
be good.
looking forward to that. What else do we have?
Shout out to John and Christian for being
Yep.
added to the league, and shout out to Mr. Aiden Machado for winning the league last year.
Motherfucker.
Got to tip the cap. Yeah, you were in the championship against him. He put up some big numbies.
Exactly what you just said is what I did, and that's why I lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like just not making a move to put in
My
a
bench
worse
went
guy.
berserk.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But we got football coming up, baseball playoffs coming up. Maybe a quick divisions prediction.
Baseball? Sure. Yeah, so we'll start with the AL East. You already know where my loyalties lie there. I think the O's will come out ahead, but I think it's going to be a tight one.
Yeah.
All the way through September with the Yankees, and the fucking Red Sox won't go away.
Dude, they won't.
They won't. They're only
like
6.5
that annoying
games
little brother
back.
that won't
Yeah.
shut up.
They're not bad either. So Red Sox definitely have a chance to make playoffs.
Yep.
Tampa and Toronto, definitely not the year for them, but Tampa, this is what they do. They're like, oh, we're still kind of good. We're probably not going to make the playoffs. We're going to trade the guys that people want, and then we're going to stack our farm systems. That way next year we're gross
Just
again.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So they do it right. AL Central, it's looking like the Guardians are probably going to win that one, but the Twins are hanging around 3.5 back. Royals are only 6 back. So that could be interesting. I really like what the Royals got going on.
they got a great young squad.
I think they're very
They've had a
similar
great
to
year.
like last year's Orioles.
In terms of like a team that isn't supposed to even be as good as they are shining.
Definitely. Bobby Witt is
A baller.
definitely an MVP candidate.
They got good pitching too.
Yep, Cole Reagans is a stud. Seth Lugo is pitching like a Cy Young guy out of nowhere at age 30-something. So, yeah, they got good stuff going on there. And then Detroit and Chicago, obviously, not very good. But Detroit is better than they've been in years past, which I thought they would be in the beginning of the year. So, tip of the cap to Detroit. They're heading in the right direction.
The good thing I like is like you can tell that like yeah they did some of these teams are bad but they're young and they're still competitive.
Right. Like, you can't just go into a series versus certain teams like this and expect to sweep.
Besides the White Sox.
Besides the White Sox. Unless you're the Yankees losing 12-3.
Right, yeah, that baffled me. I bet on them that night, by the way.
That's tough.
Of course I did.
That's how it goes. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
AL West. Houston sitting at the top. Who would have thought after the way they started?
Everyone.
Yeah, literally.
At least in my mind, everyone.
My biggest regret is not betting on the fucking Astros to make the playoffs. I remember it was like plus. It was like a
When they were
crazy,
really bad.
crazy plus number when they were like several games under 500. It was like
You
plus
knew they were going
800.
to clean it up at some
Of
point.
course.
Then you throw a no-hitter in the mix.
Yeah, and then they, the deadline comes around. They get Kikuchi. All of a sudden, he's a great pitcher again. Like, they just know how to get the best out of their guys. So, yeah, Houston, I think, is probably going to win that division. Still got Seattle, though, only a game and a half back, and I love their pitching staff. And it's just their offense is a little suspect sometimes. So I think Houston's the better overall team. And then you got the Rangers, 10 games under 500. They're just not what they were last year.
They caught fire.
Yeah, it's definitely a World Series hangover. It's a real thing. And then don't need to get into the Angels and A's. Nobody cares about that. Although the A's show some life on offense every now and then. They they do have the most
fire that goddamn commentator.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's horrible. Is it the girl you're talking about? Yeah.
No excitement out of her.
Every time I hear a clip, I'm like, this is fake, right? Like, this is like not a real thing.
Somebody just doing a
It's a voiceover. Yeah, no, it's a real.
They hired that person.
Honestly, I think that they did that on purpose, knowing that she sucks because the A's organization hates their fans so much that they literally were charging like hundreds of dollars for fans to get into like some random shitty game. Like they don't want people to go. Like they're just trying to get out of Oakland and like disassociate the A's with them immediately, which is so fucked. So I feel like they just like were like, yep, let's get this horrible announcer. That way nobody tunes in.
Yeah, nobody does.
Which I don't understand. Don't you want some money before you move over there? Like,
Guess
how you
not.
paying for all this shit?
Guess not. Taxes, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out
Crazy.
Vegas.
All that makes no sense to me. It's like, how do these massive structures and buildings and stadiums and team renovations, how does this all happen? Where is the money coming from?
All of us.
All
We're
of
all
us.
paying for
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Every single one of them. They have to be like government approved.
Yeah.
And then they're government funded at that point.
Yep.
And then that's literally, you might as well just
Tax
say
dollars.
tax dollars.
Yeah. Crazy shit. Moving on to the National League, we got the Phillies, who have definitely not been playing their best baseball.
No, but
they're
it's not
still,
the worst to be. And it's not the worst to be playing bad right before the playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think like the teams like the Phillies, the Yankees, the Orioles, like all right now are going through these struggles. But like
It's good though.
like you said, it's a good time for
only
that.
way when you hit rock bottom, one way.
Got to go up.
Back up.
That's very true.
So if they're struggling now, next month, the odds will look not. They don't look better because your team's playing great going into that month, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of baseball fan. If my team's playing good that month, I'm automatically thinking we're gonna have a shitty month.
It's tough to match a really good month because like you can only win so many games and get so many breaks.
Yeah.
There's, certain things don't go your way.
Just gives them a chip on their shoulder. Like, all right, we've been playing like shit. We gotta really
Turn this
gotta
around,
really
like
turn
fresh
this-
month here. Let's calendar's over. Let's turn
Wipe
that page,
everything.
wipe it, and start fresh. New clean slate.
now
Zero,
they're
zero.
more motivated to not be that bad.
Yep. Or at least to start out hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, Phillies I definitely think will win the division, and then you got the Braves 6 games back, and then the Mets 8 games back. So Braves are that third wild card spot. Mets are 2 games behind them.
Could happen.
It could happen. I'm rooting.
Could
for
happen.
It. I'd love to see it.
At this point, I can say I'm rooting for them.
I'm also rooting for. I'm also rooting for the downfall of the Braves. I'm sick and tired of seeing them in it.
Ah,
I'm just
tell
tired of
me.
it. Yeah, I don't gotta tell you that, but I'm just
Tired of seeing
them.
the Braves anywhere.
Yeah,
You know, if they're at the
it frustrates me that they can lose a guy like Acuna and still be in the mix. And the year that they lost him, they fucking won the World Series. So they could very much do that again if they get in. So annoying. But yeah. And then you got the Nationals and the Marlins. No one cares. NL Central. You got to tip the cap to the Brewers.
You do.
You trade Corbin Burns. You make, not that many moves in the offseason, but you're one of the best teams in baseball still.
Give it to them.
They
I'll give it
acquired
to
some
them.
prospects from the Orioles. They got some other young guys. They'll be good again for the next couple of years. And that division is like super wishy-washy toss-up, I feel like.
Yep. No, you're right. It always is.
Cardinals, Reds, Cubs, Pirates. They're all within
Finding their
3
strides.
games of each other. Yeah. Like the Pirates are in last place, but could end up in second. So it's all don't know how that's going to go. But Brewers are the clear-cut best team there for me. I'm not really making any crazy hot takes here. I'm kind of just taking the teams that are at the top right now.
You
But
should. I mean, we're getting to the point where it's pretty much
yeah, it's
almost set in stone.
all very possible for things to change, but I just don't see it happening. Like
Yeah.
the Dodgers, they're going to win that division. You can't really tell me that
They're hot
the
right now.
Diamondbacks are going to win that, but they've turned their season around. The D-backs, they started out rough. Now they're 15 games over 500, 3.5 back. Same with the Padres. Padres could be scary if they get in.
They just fucking choke every year.
Yeah,
That's their issue.
that is the
They
thing.
just can't stop getting out of their own way.
Yeah.
They choke every year. It's incredible
really
with
do.
the amount. They had Soto, Tatis, and Manny Machado and couldn't get past the first round, bro. It was crazy.
Crazy shit.
But is that all we got?
Yeah, I think that's all we got.
All right, you know where to head. You know where to take us.
Yep. Well, this is the Pro Am Podcast. Sorry for the wait, but I think this is a pretty good episode to get us back on track, and some more great content's coming your way. A lot of fantasy football stuff, more baseball as the season gets
Football
closer
season.
to the end. And like you said, football season is coming. I will say this, a nice early bet for you. I had a vision. I woke up one morning about 2 weeks ago. First thing that popped into my head, Tank Dell anytime touchdown. He's scoring week 1. Check it down. Put it in the sports book now. Come back and thank me later. The date is August 14th as we're recording this. Tank Dell, anytime touchdown,
You
week
heard
1. Lock it.
You You heard it.
This is the Pro Am Pod. Go follow us on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Forgetting one. X. Yes. TikTok. All that good stuff. We're on there. We'll be posting clips. We're back, baby. I'm RJ Tamillo.
I'm Sam Cohn, coming from your mother's house live. See you next week.
Peace.